G'day, I thought I'd put a unofficial video together of what the outer bypass proposal the RMS has got for Blackheath. Just looking at their corridor map and then using Google Maps and Google Satellite and Google 3D to try and give an idea of what it might actually, where it might actually go, and what it might actually look like too. So I'm doing this all a bit off the cuff too, so I'm just commentating on the video I've made, so there might be a few ums and ahs in it. The corridor I've put is basically the outer limits of the corridor the RMS has made, and I've lined it up as best as I can, using as much logic as I can too, which is basically high point to high point. The RMS does emphasise there's 3 bridges, one over Shipley Road, then one over Centennial Pass, and then a tunnel under the Mountains Christian College, and then another bridge on the Porter's Pass going all the way back up to the highway. So that's kind of a 3D flyover of, maybe roughly the alignment of the proposal is. As I said, this is only one of the 6 options they've got, 3 of which are tunnels and the other 2 are the western bypass along Station Street. One thing about this outer bypass is I don't think the RMS realise just how much the wind blows up here. There's often 100km/h winds, or 90 to 100km/h winds. It's not that unusual. So I actually have a Class 8C heavy combination driver's licence. So it's basically anything on the road except a road train and motorbikes and these proposed 30-metre B-double vehicles. I can't drive one of those, but basically everything else I can. So my opinion is this outer bypass is completely bonkers. It's a recipe for disaster. If the wind's blowing that hard, it's going to blow, it's going to blow things over. It's going to blow certainly semi-trailers. It's going to blow over. They'll end up having to close the road, or there'll be some massive disaster or something, and multiple people will get killed. So I think it's just, it'll be a spectacular piece of road. Putting everything else aside, it'll be a spectacular piece of engineering too, but it'll also be a spectacular way to die as you fall off the bridge and plunge about 30 metres or something. So, plus environmentally, it's just completely off the planet. It's just utter destruction. Plus the people who live on that side of Blackheath too, especially anyone who might be underneath it. So I just think that, I don't know whoever came up with this option. It's just a completely stupid option in my opinion. I should just go with the option the Premier actually promised, which was a tunnel at Blackheath. That should be the long tunnel too, boring underneath Blackheath, not cut and cover like one of their options they've proposed. So, and this shows it a bit more from a distance perspective from the west, and then it's going to fade into a mock-up of what the bridges might look like, which just looks absolutely just horrible. I can't imagine that's going to just destroy the whole Blue Mountains, something like that. So that's a shocker. But as I said, I don't know whoever came up with this proposal. As I said, it'd be a spectacular piece of road, a spectacular piece of engineering, but just it's completely out of place. It would actually be, I think it'd also be the highest bridge in Australia too, in terms of, something that's a significant distance. As I said, I think with the weather up here, the RMS haven't, I don't know, for some reason they seem to think, or at least in my opinion, they seem to think it's possible, but I think it's highly impossible just for the weather and the wind, especially coming up those valleys. It's just going to funnel the wind like nothing on earth. So, yeah. that's where the tunnel would go under, or roughly go under the Christian College there. I'm sure they're happy about that too. I mean, that would just be another group of people very unhappy. And just another perspective here coming in from the south. I suspect it'll follow the railway line there. It might still be a bit of bridge there too, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not privy to any information from the RMS. I'm only going on what the RMS have actually put up on their website, so this is my interpretation of it. People shouldn't get too worried by it because it's only my interpretation. I don't know what the RMS exactly has in mind for the outer bypass, but I would assume it would have to be something like this, simply based on what information they have provided and what's actually possible. The other joke about it is the RMS put on its website be a great, you know, be good for people doing sightseeing or something, which is, you know, people should be concentrating on driving, not sightseeing. I mean, I guess passengers can look, but as for drivers, they should have their eyes on the road, not sightseeing. If people want to sightsee, they can pull over into Blackheath and go have a look. And I'll just do one more quick view. Okie dokie, that's about it, I think. So, thanks for watching.